Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I want to discuss getting your Hummer H2 shipped to you. This video is designed for someone, it's your first Hummer H2, and I want to provide you guys with some tips and advice on, making your purchase, making your dream become a reality. So there's some people I've spoken to recently, and they talk about making a road trip, picking up your H2, driving it back, and that's great. That's really exciting. And on paper, it sounds really cool. You take a flight, maybe with your girlfriend, your boyfriend, mom, dad, sister, whoever it is, best friend. You fly down to Texas, Florida, and you spend 3 days driving the truck, across the country. It's fun. It looks really cool on paper. However, I'm going to bring up an option to you guys, getting the vehicle shipped to you. By the time you pay for your flight, petrol, hotel costs, it's going to come out to probably about the same price that you'd have to pay to get your vehicle shipped to you. Actually, it might even be a little less expensive to get your vehicle shipped to you. So why would it be a good idea to get your vehicle shipped to you? Well, and again, I'm not being negative. I'm not being negative when I make this video. I'm a very positive person. And for those of you guys who have been sticking with me, you guys know I'm very positive in my videos. Bad situations could happen, all right? It's very common for these vehicles to be sitting for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years. A lot can happen over that time with a vehicle sitting in a lot, all right? Primarily, my concern is mice getting in the engine bay, chewing up wires, snakes, hornets' nests, something crawling inside. Who knows what's going on inside in a vehicle sitting for that long? I've seen lots over the years where it's just a pile of grass, and they just keep the vehicles in a yard, pretty much a flat yard. So a vehicle sitting in the yard for 2-3 years, what's going on? Hasn't been started in that long. Has the brake line rusted out, depending on the environment that the vehicle is living in. You're driving your home and you run into transmission failure. Again, that's going to be a really rare scenario, but it's definitely a possibility. You have work the next day. Do you really want to get stuck with the vehicle failing? And you're in Florida, and you say you live up in New York, you planned on driving it back over a course of 2 days. Now you've got this H2 with a bad transmission. You're stuck in North Carolina. You got to get to work. There's a lot of issues that can come into play. Now, when I drove my H2 back, I picked mine up in Philadelphia, actually outside Philadelphia. I drove back to Pittsburgh. It was about a 6-hour drive. I was confident that the distance wasn't out of my reach, okay? And that's something you're gonna have to decide for yourself. If something goes wrong, okay, what's my game plan? And again, I'm not being negative. I'm just throwing out a real life scenario to you. How comfortable do you feel picking up the vehicle and driving it back? What's your max range that something can go wrong and you can get the vehicle back to your home base? Because again, if you've been sticking with me, you know how much work there needs to be done. Fluids need to be checked, changed, fuses, relays. You've got water leaks, okay? I've come actually across guys who have picked up Hummer H2s and they say, oh, my Hummer H2 is leaking and this is so upsetting. Well, they never had done their research, and they get surprised, with common issues that aren't taken care of from prior owners. So, to wrap this video up, if the vehicle is out of your range, if the vehicle is very far away, go online. There's tons of websites that you can get quotes on to get your H2 shipped to you. You can send the check via FedEx, maybe wire the funds. Again, paperwork, send the paperwork via FedEx to sign the paperwork off. Somebody picks up your H2. You'd be surprised how quickly these people operate. They don't screw around. Like, they pick up your H2 or your Humvee or whatever other vehicle you're buying. They'll have it to you within a couple of days. These people, they're all across the United States driving vehicles around. So it's a really good idea that I don't think a lot of people think about. I know it didn't cross my mind when I originally bought my H2. Looking back, it definitely would have been the smarter move. But again, I didn't know. I didn't know any better. I just thought, hey, you go pick up your car. I didn't even know it was an option. I didn't know you could get your car shipped to you. I didn't even know it was an option. So with that being said, that's pretty much the ins and outs of this video. It's not a bad idea. All right, run the numbers. All right, instead of paying for a flight, petrol costs, hotel costs, just get the vehicle shipped to you. So if you're new to my channel, maybe this is the first video you've seen. I've got a lot of video and content on my channel regarding this vehicle, and that's the biggest thing. You want to do your homework, and I really am trying my best on this channel to pass along as much information as I can to you guys to make an educated decision on your upcoming purchase. Good luck.